Tech news this week. It's reported Samsung are trying again with the folding smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 series release date is September the 18th. That's what, 5 days from now? Yeah, 5 days from now. So, let's get on now. The man who knows about these things, Guy Cocker, technology journalist and host of the Behind the Scenes Tech podcast. Guy, listen, thank you very much for stepping in tonight. How are you doing?
Very well. Good evening.
The folding smartphone was something that Samsung were very excited about a couple of years ago, wasn't it? But it turned out to be a bit of a mini disaster for them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so this is the phone that's releasing next week is their third iteration of their folding screen tech. The first one wasn't really released, and then the second one, when it went to journalists and tech reviewers, it was not ready for public consumption. There were a number of problems. The mechanism wasn't great, and it made the screen break, and the hinge wasn't very good. So really, this is the first one that's being released in what I would describe as a sort of consumer-ready form. But the sort of jury's out as to whether this is going to be the future of smartphones. I think it's still going to be a very niche device, mainly due to the fact that it costs £1,800.
No, I looked at that. I think, isn't it something like its release price in America $1,700, and when you bring it over here, that's 1,800 quid.
Yeah, so you can if you want to pre-order this device right now, and it'll be shipped next week. I think it's actually here in the UK it's September the 21st. But yeah, I mean the big thing is for these devices is that Samsung manufactures the screens for them, and actually manufactures the screens for many other devices, including the iPhone. So they're at the cutting edge of this thing. In terms of what they're very good at, what the Korean manufacturer is very good at, is they sometimes get it wrong at first, but they work at it until it gets right. But again, the problem is that this is an £1,800 device, double what most people I think would at the max would expect to spend on a smartphone. But the smartphone market has been pretty stagnant over the last few years. There hasn't been really any major new innovations, so this is at least an interesting new thing that's coming through. And I think the way that they're selling it is to people who want to be on the absolute cutting edge of tech. I'm a tech journalist. I like to have the latest stuff, and it's always fun to sort of have a phone that other people haven't seen before. But actually, it's for people who want to do productivity, for people where they want to run multiple apps at the same time. And actually, Microsoft as well is getting into this area as well, where you want to, maybe if you're a journalist, you want to run Twitter and a word processing app at the same time, or if you're working business, you want to have be able to edit a PDF file and run your email at the same time. But yeah, as I say, it's a very expensive way of doing it. And Samsung and Huawei are the ones that are really pushing it. The big manufacturer that's yet to make a move in this space is Apple, obviously.
Indeed. Well, I've said this before, though, about devices. I'm sure you have as well, Guy. I can't actually think of a use in my life for a folding smartphone. But it's funny, isn't it? When a demand is created, sometimes you feel that you want one eventually. If the price drops, then you say, oh, well, I can get one that folds now. I'll have that.
That's right, yeah. I mean, the analysts that are predicting the market for the next few years say that these foldable devices are still going to represent less than 5% of the total market. So they're still going to be relatively small. But what is interesting, if you are someone who carries a lot of devices around, if you have a folding phone, it folds up and can create, a 7-inch plus device. So it kind of removes that need to carry a phone and a tablet and maybe even a laptop as well. So it kind of becomes the one device that you want to carry around. But actually, one of the interesting things that I find about this device is the fact that Samsung is offering a one-time repair for the screen, which if you break it, they'll repair it for I think around $150 in the US, so probably around £150 in the UK. Now that's a good thing for the consumer if they break the device, if they fold it up too quickly and break the screen, or if the hinge breaks. But that is a sort of tacit admission by Samsung that says, look, maybe you are going to need to take advantage of this in the future, and that's more of a Samsung thing than an Apple thing. You can't really imagine Apple releasing a phone that needed such protection, for example.
No, true enough. Well, I can't wait to see this thing when it's released. And the date that I saw was the 18th, which is, 5 days from now?
That's right, yeah. It's in America and the 21st here in the UK.
Guy Cocker, thank you for that. Technology journalist, host of the Behind the Scenes Tech podcast. Please check it out.